I'm a loser, I'm a winner, I'm the sad one who's to say, I'm the faster, I'm the favorite, I'm the left out, run away. It's the wrong way you think today, what a chance you did take today. It's the madness your drive creates, what a chance you did waste today.
From the outskirts of Atlanta, Georgia to the beautiful wine country of Southern California, the Right Lane Cup Series arrives to Sonoma International Raceway, this wonderful road course where our 43 drivers will take on 28 laps here today. With fuel a concern, pit stops imminent, and a lot of action around every corner, we're going to see who can tame this place and take home their own victory champagne. A lot of drivers very curious about how this race is going to turn out. Fans very excited. So let's go ahead and get your starting lineup on the pole. Stephen Colon surprised all with a great run for his number 66 team for the Honda Factory team. He'll be with Ben McDonald in row 1. It's Zachary Fitzwater and Cody Lamas, two teammates in row 2 with Peter Onjak and Christian Vargas in row 3. Lane Sanders and Alexander Phoenix are in row 4 with Jeffrey Finguy and Griffin Lapel McDermott, the two FPM cars, in row 5. Then it's Derek Hamill, RJ Bishop, Luke Evans, Aiden Smith, Ryan Griffin, Jesse Turner, Tim Fiegel, his teammate, Ryan Reed, Ryan Acosta, Logan Cloud. We'll round out your top 20 with Henry Thomas, Samuel England, Wyatt Junkman, the rookie, with Charles Sanford and Alex Sanvatale, Taylor Frey, Alexander Rowe, Nick Breeding, DJ Curtis, and James Elson are your top 30. Joseph Shrigley and Carson Green are here with Vince Freeze, Andrew Thomas, Nick Gunther, Luke Martin, Julio Caesar and Justin Henley, Zachary Ponce, Patrick Nolan, Stanley Andrews, Tyler Edwards in his first start, and Daniel Voles will round out the field. We had a great run. Nobody failed tech, and nobody will start at the rear. So let's go ahead and go track side and get the command to start engines and get the race underway.
Let's get it on, here we go. Drivers, start your engine!
And how about this for Stephen Colon? He was hyped up very handily by the Honda Factory team as their next big guy, and he's going to get them their second pole of the season. The pace car pulled off almost immediately there. The field's going to come around the hairpin. Colon taking it nice and easy through there. He's going to catch it back up to the field. Stephen Colon and Ben McDonald are going to lead us down. They have a lot of hungry road course ringers behind them. They're in the restart zone. The green flag is out. We are racing here for the third time this season. The Right Lane Cup Series Race 3 at Sonoma is underway. Heading off into turn number 1, the field scrambles, it looks like. Looking back through the field, 2 and 3 wide, there's Vargas and Zachary Fitzwater together. Lamas will pull into the third spot. Ben McDonald is going to fall in behind Stephen Colon. Whoa! Oh, Fitzwater's off the road! Vargas and Fitzwater dirt tracking, get up the hill. Are they going to be able to get back on? The field scrambles behind them, but it looks like we're going to stay green. Everybody seems to be making it through okay. Out of turn 3, out of turn 4, into turn number 5, down here into this hard-looking left-hander. 3 wide, deep into the field. And we go, oh, trouble! Alexander Rose sideways. Alex Sanvatale's in it. Sideways all over. Man, there is a lot of crazy action here in the first laps here at Sonoma. But everybody kept going. We're going to stay green. Wow. Just like that, Alexander Rowe went from the top 30 all the way to the back of the field. There's Zachary Ponce with damage to this right side, the left side of that number 95. Coming back to complete lap number 1, though, it is Stephen Colon. He'll lead that lap. Cody Lamas has leaped Ben McDonald. Peter Onjak has slid into 4th. Zachary Fitzwater, he was off the road coming up through the hill, and he was able to get back on the track. I can't believe that. But the mighty Fitz, he knows how to get around these road course races. I'm sure he's done that once or twice in his lifetime. There is Alexander Phoenix. Lane Sanders is there, another road course ringer. The pair of FBM cars are right here. That's GLM and Jeffrey Finguy. Derek Hamill rounds out your top 10. There's RJ Bishop, Aiden Smith. Looking back through this field, man, there is Christian Vargas. I think, you know, it was such a shame for him because Fitzwater, it looked like he chopped Vargas coming up the hill and both of them collided. It's a miracle. It is a big miracle that they did not have anything bad happen. And it's a good thing that, whoa, trouble! Oh, hard in the wall! Goes Taylor Frey, DJ Curtis! Curtis hard in the fence! I think, is that going to draw a caution? Curtis is beached down there. Taylor Frey hard into the wall. Wow, what an impact. And I think that is going to draw a caution flag. Leaders come back to complete lap number 2. We're on lap number 3 now. We'll see what the officials say. There's Zachary Ponce coming upon the accident scene. Curtis has been able to refire it. There is the 15 of Taylor Frey. No caution. The field continues to ride up the hill through the S's. It was right there between Nick Breeding and Joseph Shrigley that happened. It looked like Frey got off the road. Wow, I cannot believe what a crazy first 2 laps this has been. You saw Curtis, I think Curtis hit that arm code that juts out right to the left of the screen. And man, that would have been a hard impact. Field has been able to string themselves out. Now the caution is out. They'll be racing back to the start-finish line. Stephen Cologne is going to bring us under the caution flag. It is for the issues that happened the previous lap. Cologne will bring us back. There's Cody Lamas in second, the rookie. Ben McDonald's third. Peter Onjak is fourth. Fitzwater's fifth. Alexander Phoenix is sixth. Lane Sanders is seventh. Griffin Lapel McDermott's eighth. Jeffrey Finguy is in the ninth spot. Derek Hamill will round out your top 10. So let's go ahead and get a replay and catch what happened because we caught it barely on our screens. Let's see if we can get a full replay and see what happened. So here is Taylor Frey. You see Nick Breeding dive bombed him there. And they were coming out of the turn number 6. You see Frey got into the grass a little bit, and he just was trying to stay on the road. I don't think... Oh, wow, what a hit. I don't think he realized Curtis was there. He was trying to get back in line, get a good run at the exit, and you saw the damage done there. Man, what a hit. What a hit for both those guys. Here's another look at it, and this is a camera that's positioned right in the middle of the S. As you see, oh, actually, that tells a different story. Wow. It looked like Frey was trying to check up, and Curtis had sent it right in there. Just nowhere for either of those guys to go. You see Curtis couldn't get the car rolling again. He got stuck there. Riding on board with DJ Curtis in the Discount Tires car. Oh, actually, oh, wow. Yeah, no, that tells a whole different story. Curtis sent it right in there. Frey seemed to be an innocent victim in that. Well, it's still a shame for both those guys, especially DJ Curtis. He's just had a terrible start to the year. This is his 3rd straight week with problems. Coming up down the hill, this is James Ellison. We'll see if we can get another look at it. You see it there, yeah. Man, that was such a hard hit for both those guys. So the field has caught up behind the pace car. It looks like nobody is really going to come down pit road thus far. Everybody believes they can make it on one stop. And I don't think... You might have a couple takers in the back try to make it, but I don't think they're going to. Well, this has been the Right Lane Cup Series Season 3, Race 3 at Sonoma Raceway. Stephen Cologne has led since the outset. We're under caution for the first time today. After a grinding 2-car crash in the S's, we'll take Taylor Frey out of the race.
All right, Pinhead, your time is up.
Who you calling Pinhead?
You okay, Patrick?
Finland!
Right. In about about 30 seconds, I'm going to be enjoying this. Famous Foster's. Try it next time you're having a beer. Of course, you can't actually drink in commercials. That's fair enough. This is one taste that's worth waiting for. How long to go, mate?
5 seconds, Paul.
4, 3, 2, fade to black.
Foster's. It's Australian for beer, mate.
Welcome back to the Right Lane Cup Series, Season 3, Race 3 at Sonoma Raceway. We're coming back to the green flag. Man, Lamas is all over Stephen Colon, trying to take it easy. We're coming back to the green flag after a caution for a two-car incident on lap number 2. Coming back on lap number 5. We'll be on lap number 6 here in a second. Stephen Colon is your race leader with Lamas, Ben McDonald, Peter Onjack, and Zachary Fitzwater. We are back underway here at Sonoma. Onjack got a good run into turn number 1. The field scrambles to try to catch him. See the FPM cars attacking each other. There is Peter Onjack trying to make a move. He's the first one to try. He slipped up. He's going to try to get back in line with Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater is going to try to make a move coming up through the S's. That's going to bring the top 3 away. Ben McDonald gets off the road slightly. Alexander Phoenix watching with Lane Sanders. The 2 in front of them, they're going to try to make a round. Derek Hamill has split up the FPM cars. Finn Guy blocking left and right, trying to keep the 98 behind him. Hamill overdrives the corner. Here comes Griffin Lapel McDermott to his inside. Now his outside. Everybody coming through the S's. This has been a very big trouble spot on these restarts. We're going to watch this closely. It is a trouble start. We've got issues behind them. Charles Sanford with problems. Man, what a mess. What a mess behind him. I think everybody got through. Yeah, everybody got through okay. I don't know what happened there. But man, what a sight coming down here. You got problems. There's Carson Green. Green is coming down pit lane. The Jasper Racing Dodge with issues. It might have had something to do with that scramble in the S's, but such a shame for Carson Green. He was running 27th. Looking at these cars coming back up, completing lap number 6 on to lap number 7. Everybody seems to have sorted it all out. The FPM cars in a duel now. That's GLM and Finn Guy, who have had a very quiet start to the season, I might add. Both of these drivers trying to turn that all around today. Of course, if we get another caution or two, maybe that can change some pit strategy. But right now, Stephen Colon has been able to put about 5-6 car lengths on the rookie Cody Lamas. And how about this for Cody Lamas? A very good qualifying start. He's going to put that Lowe's Ford right up here. That rookie has showed a lot of promise at Daytona. Atlanta went pretty poorly for them, and now they came out here to this road course, and Lamas is showing his muscle. Of course, he has had a good teacher. There is that teacher. It's Zachary Fitzwater. A very accomplished road course racer, the Mighty Fitz, they like to call him. Of course, it almost ended in disaster earlier, as you recall, in lap number 1 when he and Vargas went off the road, coming right up here. He was able to get around Peter Onjack. A good start for Peter Onjack. That 5 team has had a very good start to the year. And that Arrow McLaren Dodge. Of course, Onjack and his teammate Taylor Frey has been having some trouble, but that team has done extremely well. Of course, Alexander Phoenix, a very quiet start to the year. Well, I wouldn't say quiet. He almost won last week at Atlanta. Came down to the wire with Nick Breeding. Lane Sanders, another driver who has been kind of quiet this season. Ran top 10 last week, had a bad race at Daytona. Derek Hamill, your 500 pole sitter, having a good run here in 8th. There's the FPM cars. Both of these drivers, they have been very quiet. I would describe how their season has started. Considering last year there's your champion actually, Griffin Lapel McDermott and Jeffrey Finn Guy, runner-up in season 1. Both these drivers perhaps trying a different strategy. We got issues on the pit lane. You saw it there. Wyatt Junkman, the number 35, has had a tire issue, and that's brought that 35 Xerox antifreeze Pontiac down pit lane. A lot of issues early here at Sonoma. And that's a shame for that team because they were trying to get owner's points They try to make sure they were locked in after round number 4. Looking back up through here, Taylor Frey, they were able to bang the hood on that number 15 back down. He's in 38th. Zachary Ponce, 39th. DJ Curtis, they were able to fix that Pontiac under the caution flag, and he's in 40th. Samuel England, another issue. He also had, they thought he was having a miss in the motor. They brought it down pit road. He pitted and he came back out. That's going to cost him a lot of time, a lot of position. He was running in the 20s. Of course, Carson Green we've talked about. Wyatt Junkman is still on the pit lane. I believe this will put Junkman a lap down. Yes, it will. Sure, if we do get a caution, though, Junkman will get the free pass and get back on the lead lap. And Cologne is continuing to put this field through a clinic. Lap number 10, he's led all the laps. And Stephen Cologne, remember, this driver has driven for back-of-the-pack teams for much of his career. In fact, his entire Right Lane Cup Series career, he's driven for back-of-the-pack, back-marker teams, if you will. He finally got a shot with the Honda factory team opening this 4th car with Aaron's on board. They're going to sponsor this entire outfit for the entire season, the 66 car. And Cologne is giving Aaron's a lot of screen time. And this start of this season has really given us a lot of new faces up front. Of course, the Hondas have been putting some guys up here. Cody Lamas has been up here a lot. Ben McDonald. The whole Breeding Enterprises camp have really improved themselves. Of course, we talked about Sanford earlier, but Breeding winning last week. Ben McDonald riding up front this week. Of course, Fitzwater's up here on a road course. Peter Onjak, no offense to him, but he was running this time last year. He was running probably around 20th place. So they are getting on the right foot. A lot of teams getting off on the right foot to start this season. Junkman is still on pit road. You see it there. There's Aiden Smith, a winner last year in that Hot Wheels Chevrolet for Spa. Aiden Smith, we talked to him before the start of the race. He said he did not consider himself a road course ringer, but Sonoma is just, there's something about Sonoma where he is able to get it down and he knows what he's doing around here. I believe he had a good run here last year, and he's doing a very good job for that Hot Wheels Racing Chevrolet. RJ Bishop, another good run. Of course, they had a top 10 run last week. Top 15, top 10 run last week. They're trying to make it 2 runs in a row. Bishop is not very known for doing that. That Bishop family racing car. Of course, they switched to Toyota with breeding support. If they can get another top 15 down, this would be very good for that organization. Jesse Turner, that X-Side battery is a very striking livery. Of course, they changed it from that other very striking livery they had for the last 2 seasons. Turner having a very strong run at 13th. There's the guy that was sent off road by Fitzwater, Christian Vargas. Vargas finally having a decent run going. Remember, he had terrible luck. He had to start in the rear at both the 500 and last week at Atlanta for issues in practice. We talked to Vargas. Vargas said it was teething troubles. They were sorting it out, and they started very good here, only to have that almost go asunder. But they do need a good run to get themselves up in the points. Ryan Griffin, the winner last year. Ryan Griffin running 15th, but they just have not had the run that they needed. Griffin's been over the radio saying the car, he cannot get the power down in these braking zones. He just cannot really accelerate away, and it's just struggling his drive off. And you see here he's going to dive bomb on Vargas. You see, yeah, we can see it there. He just could not get going on Vargas, and he's going to have to contend with Tim Fiegel, the rookie. He's in 16th. Logan Cloud, his teammate, is in 17th, a triple top 20 day for Lake Effect. Luke Evans in 18th position. That is, I believe, the lowest running Honda. Ryan Reed, the highest running Dodge for Little Falls, is in 19th, and Ryan Acosta, the rookie, is in 20th. Trying to back up get another top 20 run for that organization. Nick Breeding is here. Breeding is just having a terrible start. After your winner last week, he has come out and claimed he is not a fan of road courses. And he just is, the Sonoma is probably his least favorite. He is just struggling, and the two winners this season are struggling in the early 20s, because here's Henry Thomas, your 500 winner, having a terrible run, or not a terrible run, but like a mediocre run down here in 22nd. Alex San Mateo's 23rd. There's Ellison, his teammate, in 24th. Vince Freeze. Man, that team, that's probably the surprise of the season. Freeze has just not had the runs that you would expect. He has been running Atlanta. He ran back deep in the field. Daytona, he was up front. He got a top 5 in the 500. But other than that, he has just been in the back. I don't know if they've been lacking raw pace, but they are just deep in this field. There's Nick Gunther, the rookie. He made the race for Bishop Family Racing, that Procore Toyota. There's Andrew Thomas, the not the fifth Honda for the Honda factory team, but an associate team, Maple Leaf Motorsports, in a new Tubi-based scheme. I believe that is Johnny Bravo on the side of that race car. I don't know how he'd feel about these high speeds. There's Luke Martin in the 6th. Martin, another driver we expected to do good here, just has not. He is in 28th, having a miserable run in that Red Bull Ford. There's Charles Sanford. Sanford had a dust-up. We have been told what happened. He and Carson Green got together. They didn't spin, but they kind of got together. They both had to slow down, and it just bunched the entire field up. There's Joseph Striggling in 30th. There's Julio Cesar in 31st. Here's a new team. Tyler Edwards in CA Motorsports. They've put this outfit together, the Chevrolet team. Edwards, an accomplished Trans Am driver, has moved over to the Right Lane Cup Series. Mane and Tail, a Spa associate, has agreed to back this adventure full-time, and we don't know how much Spa is doing for this team, but apparently they've been helping that team gain associate sponsorship. A very good run for them. A respectable first start for them. They barely made the field. I believe they were the last ones to qualify in on qualifying time. And they're running 32nd. They've had a clean race car. They are going to run about 10 races this season. So a very good run for them. Patrick Nolan, for the second time this season, twice in 3 races, the part-time Gutierrez Renegade racing car made the show, but the full-time car missed it. Patrick Nolan, he is doing an amazing job here in this 00. Of course, he's 33rd, but I'm sure that's doing very good for that team. There's Stanley Andrews, the rookie, had a very good run last week. We've had issues. Somebody is edging. There's Logan Cloud. Logan Cloud is in a cloud of smoke. My goodness, what has happened to that car? He blew the transmission is broken. The transmission is broken on Logan Cloud's Ford, trying to limp it back. Such a shame for Logan Cloud. He was having a good top 20 run going. Oh, now that's the worst possible spot it could have happened, because now he's got to drive all the way around this racetrack to get back around. If he's dropping fluid, we might get a caution. You see the 24's limping by. There's Carson Green. Wyatt Junkman's finally back on the racetrack, but I guess the good thing for Junkman is he will not finish last in this race, the way that smoke is looking. Getting back to it, we have Stanley Andrews back here from an earlier issue. There is Justin Henley. The 3 Crossroads racing cars just not doing very good today, but I don't think they were expecting to. Their road course package, to quote James Ellison, it was not the best that they brought here. They were really setting themselves up for the rest of the season. There's Taylor Frey back here after his issues. Daniel Voiles has made the race, and he is doing himself an incredible job. He is back here in 37th spot. You know, just keeping himself clean. The same with Zachary Ponce. The Federated Auto Parts Dodge had to switch to the Challenger for this season. And it's funny because some Dodge teams took to this new body for the Dodge Challenger very well, and some of them didn't. Ponce and Co., they've been about the same. They decided to go full-time. I believe they bought a few old Chargers from Onjato, and they're converted them into Challengers themselves. This might actually be an Onjato car. We don't know. Of course, he's had the left side of his car beaten in. They fixed it under that caution flag the best they could. But you see Ponce doing a great job here, weaving through the S's. There's DJ Curtis, 39th. And we're getting pit stops. I believe we're getting pit stops. Yes, Voles is down pit road. A lot of the field's down pit road, as a matter of fact. There's Martin. Breeding's there. San Mateo are the leaders. Oh, man, there was some contact there. Luke Evans hit his old ride coming in. Did the leaders come in? Yes, the leaders did come in. All of them came in. Lamas came out first. What is up with Stephen Colon? Colon's having issues. The left side tires could not get on properly. Colon lost the lead. Oh, no. Cody Lamas, the rookie's going to get into the lead now. Oh, my goodness. What happened? Man, Colon. What a shame for Stephen Colon. He might have just lost. He was going to cruise to a victory, but the pit crew had an issue. That's going to put Ben McDonald to second. Cody Lamas gets away, the rookie. Can he win his first Right Lane Cup Series race? Ben McDonald coming up through here. You see, there's Colon, Fitzwater, on Jack. Other than that, there was no change in the top 5. Hamill has been able to jump Lane Sanders. That, I believe, is going to be for the 8th spot. Aiden Smith is up here. Jeffrey Finguy, I think, has had issues on the pit lane. But, man, that is just a shame. What's Cody Lamas? What is Cody Lamas doing? Lamas has had an issue. Lamas is having an issue. The camshaft is broken. Cody Lamas is broken. He's on pit road. Oh, no. Another issue for a Ford. This time it's Cody Lamas. Ben McDonald. There's Jeffrey Finguy. He's going to cycle out. He's going to get out to second. Oh, my goodness. Colon gets hit by Finguy. Here comes Thackeray Fitzwater. Fitzwater's going to get second. They're 3 wide coming up through the S's. What on earth? Man, Colon didn't like that. He hits Finguy back. What a topsy-turvy lap. Cody Lamas broke a camshaft. He broke it he was coming down through the S's, and it broke. Lamas said on the radio, it broke. Ben McDonald, after all of that, is going to get away with the race lead. He's got Thackeray Fitzwater away, and Finguy and Colon. I think Colon might get Jeffrey Finguy for that last lap because he was in second spot trying to run down. Man, he is all over the back bumper of that 92. Peter Onjak might take advantage of this. Ooh, oh my goodness. He almost turned the 66 coming down through here. Finguy trying to get his tires up to temp, and it is stacked up this field. Look at that. You see a pass trying to happen. Some more cars coming off the pit lane. There's England making a stop with Justin Henley. Onjak looking to the inside. Zachary Ponce stayed out with DJ Curtis. They are likely... Ponce stayed out to get a bonus point, but I'm sure he can run longer because he pitted under that caution flag. Finguy and Colon fighting desperately everywhere, so this should cycle Onjak back to 5th. Colon should be in 4th spot with Finguy. Fitzwater should be in 2nd. Ben McDonald will cycle back out to the race lead. Doing an amazing job here. See Fitzwater there. This has been an amazing fight. The Spa cars fighting back here. You see it? With the 40 of Aiden Smith. Lane Sanders in the 0-1. Jesse Turner has cycled forward. Griffin McDermott has lost a couple of spots. There's Bishop with Griffin. Mind you, these guys, Turner will be in the top 10, I believe. Sanders will be in 9th. Yeah, he will be. When the 95 and the 2 pit, you see Smith trying to attack the 98. But I don't believe they'll be pitting for quite some time. You see, here they are. DJ Curtis is right here. You see Zachary Ponce, the 95. Ponce leading his first laps. I believe these are the first laps Ponce has ever led in the Right Lane Cup Series. And if that's so, a good attaboy for him and that entire organization. They made their first Right Lane Cup Series start here last year. Sonoma, I believe they finished in the 30s, but it was a respectable first start for them. But right now, when this all cycles out, Ben McDonald will have the race lead, and we will cut to a quick break. We'll be right back after a few messages, but Ben McDonald leads here at Sonoma. This has been the Right Lane Cup Series, Season 3, Race Number 3.
For every turn, a twist. For every start, an untimely finish. For every win, someone who loses it. For every number, a nation. For every celebration, a brawl. For every split second, years of work. For every heaven, a hell. For every good old boy, a good old girl. For every curse, a prayer. For every ounce of order, a jug of chaos. For every twist, there's a turn.
Okay, now, what do you do next?
Floor it?
Yes. No! No! Don't floor it!
Floor it?
No! No, no! Don't floor it!
Okay, floor it!
No!
Welcome back to the Right Lane Cup Series, Season 3, Race Number 3 here at Sonoma Raceway. Ben McDonald is your race leader after some shenanigans during pit stops helped him leapfrog Stephen Colon and Cody Lamas. Ben McDonald doing something that he has never done, he has not done in a while, contend for a Right Lane Cup Series win. He, by all accounts, should have a win. He should not have a 0 in the wins column. But of course, if you all remember back to Season 1 at Iowa Speedway, Ben McDonald was going to win that race, and he collided with Jeffrey Finguy on the last lap. And it cost him the victory. Well, I believe it gave Logan Cloud his first Right Lane Cup Series win. But Ben McDonald, he has had a couple of close calls since. And he has got 6 laps, 5.5 laps really, to try and nurse this car home. He's got 4 seconds on Zachary Fitzwater, a road course veteran. So Ben McDonald's trying to keep the mighty Fitz behind him. Stephen Colon led the most laps today, but at the end of the day, he is not going to be thinking about that. He's going to be thinking about the left front tire that could not get on during the pit stop. He's going to think about Jeffrey Finguy hitting him when Finguy came out of the pit lane during that cycle of pit stops. And he's going to, the fact he led the most laps, started on pole, that is going to bother him more than, people can imagine. Finguy's in 4th. He was able to leapfrog a few cars by pitting later. There's Alexander Phoenix. Peter Onjak has fallen out of the top 5. He's running 6th, but still a great run for the Onjato Dodge. Derek Hamill has moved into 7th. Aiden Smith is 8th with Lane Sanders 9th. A couple of Spa top 10 runs. And Jesse Turner running top 10 again here on a road course, doing a very good job for himself. Griffin Lapel McDermott is in 11th. Ryan Griffin has been able to move up to 12th. RJ Bishop is back to 13th, with Tim Fiegel, the rookie, in 14th, doing a very solid job. Fiegel, we haven't talked much about Fiegel at the start of the season. He's been overshadowed by his other rookie class contenders in the highlights column, but he has had a very quiet start to the season, doing a very good job on that 43 car. There's Charles Sanford. Charles Sanford they had to come back down the pit lane. I believe there might have been an issue with Sanford. We'll have to look back at it later. He's in 38th right now. There's Luke Evans in 15th. Christian Vargas is 16th. Vargas, I'm sure, by all accounts, this should have been a cut and dry day for Vargas. Of course, that did not happen, as you know. That's the start of the first lap. But a 16th place, a solid top 20 run, I'm sure that is something that team desperately needed. And if I'm going out on a limb, I believe that issue with Charles Sanford might have had something to do with that slide, those skid marks that are over there. You saw somebody got in the grass. That's Lane Sanders. Looking back, will be coming back around to 3 laps to go. Wyatt Junkman has let Ben McDonald go past. Fitzwater has been gaining time. He gained about 0.3 of a second that lap. Of course, I believe that's because Ben McDonald had to get around the 35. Fitzwater's going to have to deal with that, and he'll probably lose time again unless he can get him perhaps on going up the hill. But Zachary Fitzwater, that has got to stink for him. You know, Fitzwater, he runs very well on these road courses. It's more unusual that he doesn't run good on road courses. Yeah, you saw it. Fitzwater lost 0.4 that time. But Fitzwater, he has been happier. I believe this is the happiest this season I've ever seen Zachary Fitzwater. We spoke to him last week at Atlanta. We spoke to him this week before start of this race, and he has been so happy. He said he has built the perfect race team. He's got a good rookie. He's got 2 of his best friends on this team. And Fitzwater said this is probably the best position that this team has ever going to be in. Looking back through here, of course, another 4 team. We spoke to Jeffrey Finguy coming into this week, and Finguy said, we've got a lot of work to do. We've been jumped by the Fitzwater cars. We've got to try to do better. And that's in the blunt manner, and that's something I think that's characterized Jeffrey Finguy. This driver has matured a lot since season 1. But he's also able to understand this as both a team owner and a driver. There are things that need to be done, that need to be fixed. And they're going a good top 5 run. You see Junkman's coming back on pit lane. A top 5 run for him. An 11th or 12th place run for the 22. That is probably going to be a good building day for them, especially in the points. So now Ben McDonald has just set sail. It's 2 laps to go. I'm sure, you know, this is a home track for Ben McDonald. This is something that he is going to be ecstatic about. I could not imagine winning at your home race. But Ben McDonald is a lap and a half away from doing that if he can hold on. There is Finguy. There's Fitzwater just now entering the S's. Even if he makes a minor mistake, I don't think Fitzwater could catch him. I believe he's probably about 5 seconds ahead of him. But this has been a long time coming for Ben McDonald. We spoke about it earlier, about the misfires, the issues, the incidents. A brand new sponsor's on that 16 car. You know, 3M Associates came on board. And this is going to take the white flag. 1 lap to go here at Sonoma for Ben McDonald. Did Fitzwater gain any time that time? 0.03. I don't think it's going to be enough for Fitzwater to gain him. I think he's going to have to settle with a 2nd place. Coming up the hill for the final time. Ben McDonald coming down. He's going to come down this way. He's going to hit the braking zone. But Ben McDonald, it has been a struggle for Ben McDonald last season. He was so inconsistent. He was probably the best Breeding Enterprises car as a whole. Last week, Breeding winning at Atlanta probably put a fire under him. Qualified well. Coming through the S's for the final time, and I think Ben McDonald can start calling it home. Coming out of turn number 10, going into turn number 11, the hair clip for the final time. Ben McDonald, he's going to do it. His first career win of the Right Lane Cup Series comes at his home track. Ben McDonald, 3M, Breeding Enterprises, and Toyota are going to win here at Sonoma. Ben McDonald has finally won in the Right Lane Cup Series. After 3 years of frustration, he's finally done it. Zachary Fitzwater will get a 2nd spot. Stephen Colon, heartbreak for him. He'll end up 3rd. Jeffrey Finguy's in 4th. Alexander Phoenix will round out your top 5. Peter Onjak will get a 6th place. Derek Hamill 7th. Aiden Smith will get 8th. Lane Sanders a 2nd straight top 10. and Jesse Turner will get a 10th place. A great run for that organization. How about that for this man, though? Ben McDonald. Finally, I can finally say, welcome to Victory Lane, Ben McDonald. Finally gets it done. An amazing job by that team. Sure, he's going to take a good long lap to think about what he's going to do, what he's going to celebrate. Fitzwater doing, sure, he was thinking what he could have done differently, but I think even he will admit that driver right there put on a great show. Congratulations to Ben McDonald, the 16 team, Breeding Enterprises, and 3M on their great win today. Thank you all so much for watching this great race here at Sonoma Raceway. Ben McDonald's your leader. We're going to go ahead and go and get your victory lane and your race results here in a moment.